Hi everyone, our team here at Brisbane Consultancy welcome you to our video in which we aim to help you as hospitality workers efficiently handle situations with difficult customers. Delivering high standards of customer service is a priority for all organizations within any industry, and as such, having a lack of knowledge and skills in the efficient handling of difficult customers can impact organizational outcomes and performance. While such customers can be classified as anything from the indecisive to the more frustrated, we will focus primarily on helping hospitality workers communicate with those that are impatient, dissatisfied, and aggressive.
The hospitality industry has always been known to go the extra mile to maintain customer happiness. As a result, workers within this industry, such as yourselves, have become increasingly prone to problematic emotional pressures. Difficult customers can cause an array of negative consequences for employees and the organization alike. These encounters can trigger an abundance of negative emotions such as annoyance, anger, fear, sadness, frustration, and disappointment. Whilst you may not think it at the time, long-term accumulation of these emotions caused by customer misbehaviors will likely lead to you being dissatisfied with your job, burnt out, and even seeking other employment. As employees, you are considered an organization's greatest asset. We would like to prevent this the best way we can. The following roleplay showing either the unprofessional or the ideal approaches to an unpleasant scenario will better help your understanding of dealing with difficult customers and in turn avoid emotional distress.
Today we will be looking at a scenario that our worker Joe faced on a busy Saturday afternoon while working on the register.
Excuse me, I ordered my food like 20 minutes ago and it came out cold, and you somehow managed to overcharge me as well.
Well look, I'm serving someone here. Can you just wait a minute, rejoin the queue and I'll get to you shortly?
Well, no, I already paid for my food. They haven't. Serve me now.
So what, you've already eaten your food?
Well, I had to. Well, it's still lukewarm at least.
Well, what am I supposed to do if there's none left?
Well, I don't know. I didn't pay for lukewarm food. I want a full refund.
Well, look, I can't be giving you a refund if you never asked for a receipt. I can't be just giving out free money to everyone that asks.
This is ridiculous. Every time I dine here, there's some issue with my order.
Every time. Maybe it's you. No one else is complaining.
Excuse me? You know what? I'm not coming back here again, not with this kind of service. Just give me my money back so I can be with my family while they eat their meals at least.
Look, as I said, I cannot give you a refund without a receipt, nor my manager present. And as you don't see my manager standing right beside me, nor do you have a receipt, you're just out of luck today.
Well, you know what? Call them up. I want to speak to your manager.
Well, guess what? I want to call your mother up and tell her how much of an embarrassment it must be raising a child like you.
The situation seen in this roleplay did not go very smoothly at all. Not only did Joe make them more irate, but the customer will be unlikely to return, and those still in the queue may have second thoughts about ordering from this establishment. Take a minute to write down where you think the interaction went poorly, and, when you're ready, resume the video.
Step 1. Actively listen and be empathetic. Sometimes customers simply want to vent, and it is best to allow them to do so if time permits. In this stage, you should always make sure to maintain an open and attentive body posture. We also advise you to not interrupt or talk over the customer, but do apologise to them for their unpleasant experience and acknowledge that you understand where they are coming from. Step 2. Stay calm. It's easier said than done. However, deep breathing, speaking slowly in a low tone, and remembering not to take their criticisms personally are practical steps that can be used to stay calm. A calm worker can de-escalate a customer's anger and will allow you to efficiently assess the problem. While it's not necessary to cave into every customer's demand, you must always endeavour to rectify the issue by offering a solution or pointing them in the right direction. All offered solutions should be within the scope of individual responsibility and organisational policies. Difficult customers in general can range from the indecisive to the angry. The role play shown previously, however, focuses more on those who are dissatisfied, impatient, and aggressive. Dissatisfied customers are generally those who are unhappy with the product or service provided, and in these situations, it can be best to apologise and then turn the situation into a positive one. For example, if the customer complains about their food being served cold or not cooked enough, you could say, "I'm very sorry about that. Let me take that back to the kitchen and bring you a new meal very soon." Similarly, you may experience impatient customers. No one likes to be stuck waiting in a long queue, especially when you're hungry, but this is inevitable. As someone working in hospitality, seeing a flood of people in front of you may be daunting. To prevent impatient customers, it is best to acknowledge people as soon as they arrive and as they wait. A simple, "How are you going? We won't be too much longer," shows to the customer you are aware of them and that you will be with them shortly. However, when a customer does become impatient, you could say something like, "Your meal will be ready in 4 minutes." The specific time frame works to calm the customer. Angry or aggressive customers, on the other hand, are arguably the least constructive type of difficult customers. Sometimes their verbal frustrations can turn into physical anger. When handling these customers, it is best to follow the 3 steps previously mentioned. However, we recommend a final stage. Do not put yourself at risk. If the customer does not appear to be calming down and becomes increasingly aggressive, ask them to leave the premises. Do not touch or shepherd them away. It is best to stay in public view and call your manager or police if the person becomes violent. Your safety is your number 1 priority. The following roleplay is our example of an ideal way of handling the scenario created in the first roleplay.
Excuse me. I had to wait 20 minutes for my meal and it came out cold, and you also managed to overcharge me.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. But today we've actually been quite busy, but that's no excuse. Our meals should be in line with our standards as well as yours. You guys don't mind if we talk with the gentleman? So what can I help you with today exactly?
I'd like a full refund, thank you.
So I'm more than happy to help you with that. Were you looking for a replacement meal as well, or just the refund?
No, I finished the meal. I'm full, thank you. Just the refund.
That's all right. But however, in the absence of a receipt, it's actually quite difficult to find your meal in our system. Would you be able to tell me exactly what you had today?
Yeah, as it happens, I actually also had spaghetti meatballs.
Oh, perfect. Thank you for that. It actually may take a moment for us to find that in the system, and also our manager has to verify the refund. But while they're doing that, feel free to rejoin your family at your table. While you're there with your family, we would like to offer you and your family some complimentary ice cream desserts on the house, if you don't mind.
That sounds great, thanks. Yeah, I'm happy to wait on my table, and yeah, I'm sure the kids will love that.
Fantastic. We'll make sure they get out to you straight away. And don't worry, knowing your look, they'll come out cold as well.
I would certainly hope so. Yeah, that sounds amazing. Cheers for that. Let me know when everything's all sorted.
It's no problems at all. Anytime. When everything's taken care of, I'll make sure the manager comes and sees you, gets a bit of feedback from you. It's actually quite valuable to us.
Yeah, sure thing, of course. Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you. Whilst the previously mentioned techniques may work to diffuse a difficult customer encounter, we can still be left emotionally exhausted. You may be able to engage in various ways to relieve this emotional stress. It is important to ensure we control our emotional experience without force and aggression. Coping strategies such as engaging in palliative and calming activities with lower anger arousal can positively affect emotional stress. Ways in which we can do this are positive framing, practicing mindfulness, positive distractions, exercising, social activities, self-reflection, breathwork, listening to music, and interpersonal emotional venting. With emotional venting, this can be as simple as discussing the frustration and distress of a difficult interaction with a coworker during a lunch break or with families and friends after work. However, you must avoid emotional dumping at all costs to reduce negative repercussions on social relationships.
Appropriate treatment of customers provides value by helping businesses grow strong customer relationships. Building such a rapport brings customers back to the business, and as they feel trusted and understood. In some cases, successful rapport building by a specific employee, team, or company is reflected through great online reviews and surveys. Now that you've reviewed how to handle difficult customers, let's discuss how to measure your understanding. Firstly, fill out the 10-question multiple-choice survey in the link provided below. This survey recaps key information from this video, such as define the 4 main general points discussed that can help manage a difficult customer, and select who you should call if a customer becomes violent. You can be confident you have understood the information if you receive 80% or higher. In order to measure whether you have applied the information learned in this presentation, you can consider a variety of quantitative and qualitative methods. For example, next time you encounter an impatient customer, consider whether you acknowledge the service time and record their reaction. If you happen to forget this, remember next time and compare the customer's responses. You can also grade customer retention and the business's profit before and after you and other staff in your workplace undertook this training. Greater retention or profit could suggest you and your colleagues are effective at communicating with difficult customers. These aspects may be hard to measure without a loyalty card system, so discuss these with your manager.
Ultimately, the efficient handling of difficult customers is a skill in which all hospitality workers are recommended to learn and develop. Through the role plays, step-by-step processes, and coping strategies we have provided, we at Brisbane Consultancy hope that you are able to learn more about this skill and can now confidently apply it out in the field. Should you need more information, we recommend these sources for further reading. We hope that you enjoyed this video and wish you luck on your journey.